Three, two, one.
What's up, everybody? Toxic Hours, episode 4. I'm Tatiana.
And I'm Mondi.
And I'm Zed.
Oh. This is our special guest.
Oh.
Can we get a round of applause?
Well, y'all tried to introduce me. Like, sorry, did I just speak out of tone?
Don't worry about it, dude.
It's fine.
It's cool. It's cool.
Don't worry
I'm
about it.
the new co-host, actually. I'm taking over her spot. This is her last week here. I just want to let you guys know, put you on notice.
It's not the truth.
This is auditions for a new co-host that we're doing, and this is.
So let us know what
our,
you think about him. Yeah.
I think I'm great. I think I'm a natural.
Already, bro. Already.
Always.
So
stay ready.
Listen, Zoheb, I gotta ask you a question, like right off the bat. Okay. How are you so handsome, dude? Because, listen.
Yeah,
so
we talked
here's
about this.
here's the thing, right? Me and Tatiana, we run the YouTube page, okay, and we also run the Spotify page, and we can see all the statistics based off of like the people that watch, okay. And right now, we can see like the distribution of people that are either guys or girls, okay. And right now, I think it's 50% guys, 50% girls. But now that you're here, when this episode airs, I feel like the female demographic will just skyrocket. I can see it already.
That's cat.
So
listen, to answer your question,
okay,
as to why I'm so handsome is because I have this boy named Mondi, and he's just so handsome, right? And every day I wake up, I'm like, how can I compete to stay his friend? And here I am, just trying to keep up.
You
with
didn't even know that.
This is a cap. This is a cap statement.
It roots from you.
All my
cap
boys, like
statement.
Mondi, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's a walking advertisement. You take a photo with him in any like place, anything he's wearing, whatever, it just becomes an advertisement. Go on my Instagram, and you can see I have a photo of just him in a blanket. Just beautiful, beautiful man.
I think I'm just going to step out and let you guys...
Our bromance is really strong.
you guys want to just have a moment?
We're having a big bromance right now, and you know what? It could go either way. To be honest with you, it could be all females just skyrocketing right now,
Or all the guys.
Or all the
honestly.
guys, exactly.
Honestly.
Hey, man,
do you have any guys going for you? Ever? Have you ever had a guy go for you?
Yeah,
like a gay guy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like I've had a lot of guys tell me that they're gaydar. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's off for me. I'm like, well, you gotta calibrate it because, like, obviously I'm not gay. But
Okay.
I've had like many people. Some people stopped talking to me because I wasn't gay, which was strange.
Really?
They're probably into you. Yeah, and they didn't want a friendship.
I was kind of sad that I was hoping they were gonna be my friend.
Yeah.
What's that like, dude? What's that like having a gay guy go for you? Or
It seems
homo?
like it's like a struggle, dude.
It's
Wow.
struggle? No, definitely not. But
If anything, it's a compliment, you know.
it definitely, dude. It
No, I'm
it
saying,
definitely
I mean,
is.
like, listen to all his struggles right now, quote unquote struggles. Like,
People cutting
wow.
you off. People cutting you off. There's all these different problems. But what's it like for a guy to go for you? Because girls probably do it, but it's probably different if a guy is, right?
I mean, yeah, it's just like you don't really know how to go from there because obviously you want to keep the friendship, but then they like you, but I don't feel any different. I still like think we're cool, we're homies, and it's kind of a compliment. And I've always said, if you're ever like feeling down, go on Tinder and change your like settings to guys.
Is that
Like
how
you will
okay.
get the most compliments you've ever gotten in your entire life.
You'll probably get the most matches. You'll probably get the most compliments.
I don't do this, by the way. I don't have a Tinder, but I'm just saying,
Oh,
if
okay.
I were to have one, I got this from a different friend of mine. But if I were to have one, if I just want to get the numbers up, because it's been like a dry week or whatever, I just switch the profile settings and.
Seems a little suspicious, dude. It seems like you know a lot about these things, and I feel like maybe you do it every now and then.
I might.
You might?
I might.
Okay, well then I might get a Tinder, and I might match with you one day.
Honestly, I'm hoping for that.
I don't think we need the
reason.
Bachelor segment anymore. I think we found it.
This is it. Immediately. First
This is it.
guest, immediately. We matched. That's it. It's over. Stop the applications. You don't have to do them anymore. We already found my match.
Okay, so this is the hardworking, impulsive, handsome guest star, Zoheb. And let's just kickstart this episode, yeah?
Yeah, we did talk about him the first episode. This is actually the guy that started mine and Tatiana's friendship
At Chili's.
all together.
Yeah.
And but I have a question. I have some questions for Zoheb here.
Cool.
Ooh. You know what's funny? I never knew that was the reason y'all became friends.
Yeah,
Like,
that was it.
I just,
Yeah.
I'm just always been like bringing different friends to random groups, but I always thought you guys knew of each other.
No, we
or
did
knew,
know of
like
each
you guys
other.
were friends before that. I just thought you guys were like homies.
Yeah,
No.
we did have that first falling out, me and Tatiana, when the library. We don't have to retell the story because we said it in a different.
Yeah, I
episode.
heard. I watched it.
Yeah, but that was our first.
Blocked him, man.
Yeah, I know, man. You really stole my girl from me.
He friend swooped me, so I don't know.
This is
Like,
now
I'm
how-
waiting for the day we clear this up.
Let me tell you like how it's supposed to go down. Okay, so if
You weren't there.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, in the event that it happens again, you get friend swooped and someone trying to hit on your friend. As a good friend, you're supposed to not, like, unless they don't like it and don't want it.
I didn't talk the entire time. That's where
So leave.
I couldn't leave.
Why?
I had no car
But why were you in the library?
because I was there first.
This is not a real thing. This is
I was there first,
This
and
is a
then he
made-up-
walked in.
this is a made up situation.
Doesn't matter anymore.
I
We're
went
here.
there. I went there with the girl after a class that I had with her.
No,
We went to the
bro.
library. We're like, let's study for this test, and then all of a sudden,
You pulled
Tatiana-
up the chair, and you were like, "Yo, what's up, guys?" And then, like, completely, it was just you and her.
No, the fact that you remember such specific details from the
Okay.
story.
Because I was hurt.
I don't know, dude. I was hurt. I was
But-
definitely hurt.
Okay.
How do you think it felt for me when you left with my girl?
Your girl.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
so you agree that, like, it was him and her, right? Like, they were talking. It was just them two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So clearly, she was interested in you as well.
Oh.
I
so
just
is that
wanted
it?
to join conversation.
But like, sometimes
I just wanted to have friends, you
you
know?
just gotta like spot like you're in. Sorry,
You're good.
it was just I can't resist you.
Okay.
But sometimes you
Some
just gotta
shoulder
understand that like you're the third wheel, and you just
No,
gotta
it's
get
fine.
back in the trunk
It's
and
fine.
just like you're
It's
just
fine. I
there.
think I'm going to be the third wheel this episode again, so I honestly know how it works.
No,
I-
this is the first half. Second half, I'll be I'll show you love.
Okay.
Yeah,
You got to keep it equal, you know.
equality.
So that was how that is
That was like an advertisement moment. Oh my God.
this man's a natural at it for real.
Oh, running for state senate. Okay.
So that was how me and Tatiana like met, was the Chili story. So how did you guys meet? Because I don't know the story to that.
Okay, so this is a fun story
This is
because I was in Spanish class, and so it was one of our other friends, and then Tot, another friend, and me, and it was all in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And from the first day of school, I was like, "Damn, like this girl's like hot, bro. Like I gotta talk to her."
Okay.
And it was like a week passed, 2 weeks passed, and I was like, I finally got an opportunity to talk to her, and it was a dumb opportunity. She asked the teacher like something. And so I answered the question for her, right? Obviously, like sophomore me thinking like,
Okay.
that's a great opener.
Yeah.
She turns around, bro, and yells at me like, obviously.
Because maybe I think his answer was like not the one I was looking for or something. And like he came up and like thought he was about to like give me the answer that I was looking for, and I looked at him like, "What? No, that's not what it was." And then he took it with like so much drama and
No,
attitude from me.
Like, if you guys know Tatiana, she will become so aggressive if it's not the answer she's looking for.
This is true.
Like, she will-
Preference.
Sorry,
We
I
got
don't
into
agree.
It. We get into
So
it.
immediately after I just cut off like any communication with her, I did not want to talk to her. I was like, okay, like she's crazy. I'm gonna stay away. And like I think 3 months passed. Like we had class together,
Yeah.
and then we had another mutual friend, and that's how we met, and we started hanging out. And our first selfie was like, so school starts in August. So when we first officially became friends was like right before winter break because we took a selfie together, and that's like what established the friendship and the beginning of it.
Aw, selfie. Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I think.
It
Yeah,
was,
you
like, by
sent me the selfie.
by the
yeah.
stage thing. Yeah,
So all I'm hearing is you guys also had a falling out
yeah.
the first time.
Yeah, kind of.
Do you have a falling out with everybody that you meet?
But I didn't really consider it like, oh, that was our moment to be
That was
friends.
Like, yeah, that was like a one sentence.
That
thing,
was just
and-
like a thing where I finally saw his face and knew that he existed, kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
We weren't really.
No, you always knew I existed. Like I was the only other hot guy in the class.
Oh, okay.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
The confidence is oozing out. So this brings up a great question, actually. Okay, I need you guys' advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a good-looking guy, right? So
I would say. So.
you're confident. You just said that thing,
Yeah.
right? So I was texting this girl the other day, okay, and she called me a narcissist, okay, and so I want your guys' opinion. I need advice, okay, because I don't know what the difference between. When obviously there's a difference between confidence and narcissism, but I feel like people like
Confuses you.
interchangeably use them, but it's wrong, you know. So I actually want your opinion too, because you're a girl. This is like you encounter like confident guys sometimes,
Yeah.
and so I want your opinion
Okay,
and
I got
your
it.
opinion on what the difference between confidence and narcissism is and stuff like that.
You want to go first, Ed?
No, you got it. You got it.
Okay, so when it comes to confidence in guys, I think that even if they know that they're good looking, if
Okay.
they know they're smart, they know they're funny, they know they can get this girl, if you still have some like humbleness about you and you don't like flaunt it and you just like kind of walk with confidence, then that's like one thing. But then like I feel like a narcissist is like always showing themselves off, always craving for attention, like throwing themselves in the position to like talk about themselves and like me. It's like there's like a difference. Like they know they're good looking, but they're not going to bring it up. They're not going to talk about it. They're going to be humble and they're going to give all the attention to other people.
But how is being humble confident? Because you said the confident guys are humble, but isn't that like the opposite?
No, I'm not saying confident guys are humble. You could be confident and not be humble at all. It's just like...
So what's an example? Like, give me an example of what a confident guy would say, but he's like being humble about it, I would say.
Can I take this one?
Yeah, please.
Have you been called a narcissist before?
Oh, all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Probably,
that's
it was
great.
probably
I was
me.
actually having a conversation about narcissism earlier today, like before I came here.
Okay.
Literally 5 minutes before I came here, I was having a conversation about how it's actually a good thing to be a narcissist. I was reading a study on it and why it is a good thing, but I'll get into that in a different episode or later. But as like being humble and confident, as what she was saying, I think that goes along with if you're confident, you don't gotta say anything. You know, like, so you gotta, it's the way you carry yourself. And I think you carry yourself in a very confident way, not a narcissistic way from what I've known.
Okay.
But, like, let's say you're talking to a girl and she's talking to like 5 other guys. The confident king would be like, okay, like, I'm gonna talk to you and there's 5 other guys. I don't care. I'm gonna be the best. But you're not gonna be like, I'm gonna be the best. You just know you're talking to her. You know you're gonna be the best. You're giving her the same attention. You're not treating her any different because, she's talking to other guys, but you know you're going to be the best when it comes to the point where she has to like you become exclusive.
Okay.
But like and I don't say narcissist because like I think that's like a wrong word that she used for you. I think what she might have meant was cocky. Like, would you agree?
This is just okay. The
That's
only
like
reason,
another one.
Yeah, exactly. Is like this is another word that you could throw in there.
Because like cocky, I can see like, oh, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm so sexy. Look at me, look at my abs, look at my chest, whatever. Like, look at my biceps. All these things could go under like cocky, right? But narcissist is like, I feel like narcissist is so outplayed that what really narcissism is self belief. So if you have self belief and self like love and like
Affirmation,
you just believe that you're going to be a best person, because like to be the best you have to believe you're going to be the best, right?
Yeah.
You can't just like say
it's in your attitude, your mentality.
yeah, exactly. And like a great example of that is like Kobe Bryant. He's always known for being like one of the best basketball players, but nobody really talks about how he was narcissistic. Because you have to be narcissistic to be the best. You have to be like, I'm going to be the best. I'm better than that person. I'm going to make sure I'm better than that person. But
I don't think that's narcissistic though.
That's kind of narcissistic.
But like in a positive way.
Yeah,
in like a positive way. It's like saying like if you believe you're smart, you're not going to go around saying, "Oh, I'm smart. I'm smart." Someone's smart, just be smart. You don't have to outdo it. You don't have to like get affirmation from other people. You would only need your own. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
So,
and like to piggyback off of what you were saying with like 5 other guys, for example, and you guys are all going towards that one girl. If you were the confident guy, you would give yourself the time with the girl. The girl would take all the attention from all the other guys, and then if you're confident enough, you'll know she's going to come back to you.
Exactly.
Like you give all of them the opportunity to get her, but you just know.
And like that's one thing. Like
humble.
Yeah, it's like what most confident guys do, because they know that when she goes with other guys, he's the best version of all other people, so she's gonna know that he's the best.
So Monty, do you believe you're cocky, humble, or narcissistic?
See, I don't think I'm narcissistic. I feel like that's just the worst word to use. I feel like it's
like
getting
the word
used.
toxic.
Toxic? Do you think?
Yeah,
we could be
toxic.
Yeah, we could just be toxic, I guess. But even that's better than narcissism. Yeah, if anything, maybe like, you know, at times maybe I can be cocky, but I feel like narcissistic is like the worst word to use, or just not a good word to use at all.
So are you like, when you say you could be cocky at times, is that like being cocky as like you're genuinely cocky, or just like you're doing it as a joke kind of, but also putting yourself up?
Honestly, I'm a very sarcastic guy, and most of the time when I'm being cocky, it's like as a joke.
Okay, yeah, that's how I am too sometimes. Like,
and most people can like pick it up.
Yeah.
Not with you though. Honestly, not with you. Actually, I take that back.
I'm pretty good.
I like believe
it.
everything that comes out of your fucking mouth.
I think
everything.
But you also gotta understand that Mondi, when in the friend group, like he's the most humble guy that we have there. Like,
wow, thank you.
Out of everyone there, they all say they're sexy, and they all are but Mondi being one of the sexiest in the friend group, he doesn't mention it. So,
wow.
Oh, he's blushing.
Yeah, I might tear up right now, bro. I might just tear up right now.
I had to bring that up, back you up a little bit.
Okay, well, thank you. I think that answers my question, because honestly, yeah, I feel like, that answers my question. Okay.
Okay.
That's a
great question. And
Thank you for giving me the advice for it because
course.
I didn't know how to deal with it. I don't know if people are actually thinking that I'm narcissistic or if I'm just a cocky guy or if
Comment
I'm
down below what you
confident.
guys think.
Yeah, what is the difference between all those different words? I don't know.
And what do you
English
think
is-
Monty is? One,
I
two,
get
or
called
three?
toxic a lot.
You
Actually.
get called toxic a
And I
lot?
don't think I'm toxic.
Well, why do people say that you're toxic?
Do you have something to say?
No, I don't think you're toxic, but there's like toxic tendencies. But I think that like all guys have it.
Like what?
Oh, just like I mean,
I'd
like,
love to know.
like if you're single,
Okay.
and then you're not exclusive with anybody, so you have the right to talk to multiple girls at the same time.
Okay.
But girls get like low key hurt by it when they find out. Like they don't want to think that you're talking to like multiple girls at the same time, but sometimes it could come across like.
But isn't that like what the dating stage is for? Like you're kind of talking to multiple people.
No, yeah,
trying
but
to
you
make
don't
sure
bring it
feel
up.
out.
You don't bring it up to the like. You don't be like, "Oh, I've got like multiple options" or anything like that. I don't think that you've ever said that.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you've ever said that before, but maybe like it gives off that kind of vibe sometimes.
I think girls like that. I think girls like it when the guy.
Maybe I just don't.
I think honestly, like, I don't know. It's a thing that makes the girl want a guy more.
It's like the
If-
chase?
Yeah, if a guy has options, and this could go either way too, because girls have options too, right? Like they'll talk to a guy, they'll have.
That was like a
people in
line out
DMs.
the door. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like, but especially for the girls and the guy, I feel like if a guy or if a girl knows that a guy has options, then subconsciously the girl will like that for some reason. I don't know why. Do you agree?
I 100% agree. I think there are like one thing I've
No,
always
yeah, I
noticed
agree.
is
Yeah.
if a guy has other options, it makes a girl like them more because it's like, okay, well, somebody validated him. Whereas the opposite isn't true as always. Like if that girl has too many options, the guy will probably be turned off by that.
Yeah, because it's like, why am I the only one going after him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
like they want to feel like their guy is wanted by other people, and then they claim them.
Yeah,
you know
and,
what I mean?
like, and
I
since we're on,
won.
and since we're on toxic hours, like I should mention, like usually when somebody has a significant other, that's when their DMs are the most popping,
Yeah,
and it's kind of,
yeah.
you know,
Not that I know, but yeah.
you want to say something?
No.
We could call Drake right now.
Yo, hotline for Drake. Do you think flirting is cheating?
Absolutely.
What?
Yeah, I definitely think
Flirting is cheating?
Oh, absolutely.
What?
Like,
So you think no?
No, I don't think flirting is cheating.
Okay. What do you think? Why do you think it's cheating?
I think it's cheating because like so you gotta understand like to become like a thing, right? Usually, what's the first thing you do to like spark up some interest with another person, right?
Small talk, right?
Small talk, and then
Flirting.
it becomes a little bit of flirtatious, and
Sure.
you joke. Jokes could like see that's the thing with the fine line. There's a fine line between jokes and flirting, which sometimes like people think jokes are flirting, but it's not always. But I think flirting is cheating because like if I have a girlfriend, right, or if I have a wife, or if I have a significant other that I'm exclusive with, why am I giving a flirtatious personality to somebody that is not my significant
But
other?
don't most people consider cheating just like if you had sex with somebody else?
No.
Because that's like
That's like
emotionally that's like emotionally cheating. But like at the same time,
Having sex with someone is physically cheating.
right? But
Yeah.
like flirting with somebody would go under emotionally cheating. Would you agree?
Yeah.
But I don't think like a relationship would be broken off because of that.
I mean, you won't be breaking off, but it's just like the first time it happens, it's like, okay, cool. Like you have a talk with them, like, hey, that wasn't cool. That's like outside my boundaries.
Yeah.
Second times it happened, you could again be like, hey, a reminder. I know
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
your personality, but eventually,
nobody
if
likes
it's like a
it.
continuous thing,
Yeah.
eventually it becomes like,
It's annoying. Nobody likes that.
Yeah,
Nobody
'cause-
wants other people to be flirting with other.
if you're flirting with somebody and you're consistently flirting with them, eventually that flirtatious likeness becomes something more.
else. But I don't think it's cheating. I don't know. I don't think it's cheating still.
Well,
but I agree with like 90% of everything else you said.
Every girl ever.
But you did just say that it's emotionally cheating. So isn't that cheating?
I think I've just like always considered it like when people go, "Oh my god, he cheated on me," like slept with someone. So I don't like consider emotionally cheating like just plain old cheating. I think it's like, oh, he flirted with somebody else. Boom, period. I wouldn't call that cheating.
Okay, well, let me reframe the situation.
Go
okay?
ahead.
Let's say you're with your boyfriend, you're sleeping on the bed, whatever, and you go through his phone and you see that he has text messages of him flirting with somebody.
Yeah.
Right? Or it has a flirtatious vibe.
Yeah.
Would you consider that cheating?
I wouldn't. I would like at first think, did this go any further and I don't know about it? Then that's cheating. But I would be like, why are you flirting with all these other girls?
Isn't it?
It's like
Like-
emotionally cheating. Yeah, I guess it's like it's a form of cheating. Yeah, I guess. But I don't know. I just like think of cheating just boom, plain old simple. He slept with somebody else.
What do you
know
think,
what I mean?
Mondi?
Would you consider it cheating?
I think it would, because I think about that situation that I gave you right there, where
Yeah.
if somebody went through your
That's
phone.
a tough one.
Yeah, it is a hard one.
That's a
I don't
tough
know,
one.
'cause
It's like a cuspy.
Yeah, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Because I was telling Zoe this story the other day where I was texting a girl and it had a flirtatious vibe, and then the next day I get an Instagram DM from her explaining the situation. She had a boyfriend, and yeah, she explained the situation. She was like, "I have to block you," so I got blocked on all social media platforms.
But she took the blame for it.
What do you mean?
Like, did she blame you because you were flirting, or did she blame herself?
No, she had a very apologetic text. It was like, "I'm sorry," like, because we're good friends, and maybe that was the reason why it was like a flirtatious vibe, is because we just know each other for very long. But it ended up in a block.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I feel like
Why'd you
yeah,
say
it
it like
is.
that?
Well, just because I have so many guy friends. And if anybody was ever reading into some of the things that we say to each other, then maybe, like, I don't know. I think maybe a little bit more chill when it comes to certain things, because, like, we know things are jokes. Like, we know I'm dating someone, like, no lines are ever going to be crossed. So, like, when I see people, like, go to such extremes, like, oh, I got to block you kind of situation, I'm like, really? Like, you can't just live a little?
Like,
Just can't have a guy friend?
you say it's not going to go to the extremes, but, like, what if it's, like, a drunken night, you know? Like,
Okay, well,
long time, you know, maybe you had to fight with your boyfriend.
nothing
Like,
ever
I'm not
goes
trying to
good.
praise
No,
you, but
no,
I'm just saying,
nothing
like,
ever goes good if that's the situation.
usually, like, yeah.
But wait, where were you going with that?
No, I'm just saying, like, you creating that flirtatious bond with somebody else opens that door even
Of
wider.
course.
than
It turns their imagination when you're not. Yeah.
Because, like,
No, of course.
if you have a boyfriend, right, or you have a girlfriend, sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
You guys are dating.
Yeah, this is
exactly.
true.
So
Exactly.
if you had a significant other, let me
Yeah.
say, and they had a flirtatious bond, or you had a flirtatious bond with somebody else, and now your significant other does something to trouble you or pisses you off or something, you know, like you guys have problems, you guys have issues, you're working on each other, you're working on your relationship,
Okay.
and then one night you're at a party, whatever, you've been taking shots after shots, your birthday party, whatever, and you get to a point where
This
it's
is
like,
specific. Oh shit. Okay.
no, it's not specific. I'm just saying, like, anyways. But it gets to a point where your girlfriend's not there or your significant other's not there, and then it's now you and this girl that you had a flirtatious relationship with. One thing leads to another. Is it not the door? Isn't it more open for you to be able to cheat?
So are you asking me in that situation
Yeah.
if I'm flirting with a girl?
Like,
and
you've been
I'm
flirting for a
drunk?
while, like a couple weeks now. Let's say you've been flirting, texting them 3 weeks, and you're at this situation now where you and your significant other are having some problems, and now you're placed in a box in a situation where the other person that you're flirtatious with is there and your significant other is not, and now you're both like
A little tipsy.
a little tipsy. You guys could blame it on the alcohol, even though you could control yourself. You could blame it on it,
Okay.
and then if you didn't have that flirtatious personality, would that door be as open to cheat?
It would still be open, but probably not as. You know what I mean? Like a guy looking at another girl, drunk. The
Yeah.
thoughts are flowing.
Yeah, if anything,
It just probably won't be as open.
Yeah, no. If anything, like if you're in a situation where you're drunk and that's what happens to you, like I feel like alcohol, like magnifies who you are as a person. Like it doesn't change
The
you.
truth comes out.
Yeah, I don't think it. Like I don't think when you're drunk, I don't think that that you change as a person. I think it magnifies who you are. So if
Well, I don't drink, so I don't really know. But
yeah, me neither. Me, I read this.
No,
online.
none of us do.
I've never.
But no, like
But yeah, no. I think if you're in a situation where you're drunk, then it's even worse because it shows out who you are actually. You know, because
Yeah.
all your real thoughts are hiding behind a sober mind. Bars.
hey man, quote
Bars.
that. Put that
Quote
like
that.
put
Hey,
that on the
quote
frame
that.
of Mondi and like have a quote on top of his head and like just be looking very sophisticated.
Once you knock down that sober wall, it's over, dude. It's like that's who you actually are. I feel like,
I
in
might
my
have to
opinion.
convert to Christianity one day and then just try this
Exactly.
out and then
Guys.
come back to Islam after. You know,
No, I
And
haven't.
I'm just kidding.
That's a little far.
I'm just kidding.
I have a new religion called Mondianity.
Montianity.
You can be the first follower if you want. We're doing church on Sunday if you want. I'm going to be erecting my own church.
You don't want to do Mondays at 7?
Yeah, we could do Mondays at 7 actually. That'd be
Church.
perfect. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
This is a sermon.
Okay,
Alright.
so is flirting cheating? Final
about it.
answers.
No.
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
What's
All right.
yours?
I think yes. I think flirting is cheating. I think it could go. I think it's a big precursor to like, physical cheating.
Okay,
Can I
hold on.
clarify? Can I clarify my answer?
Sure.
No, unless like taken to extremes. Or
Extremes
like
is
the
in the
actual
physical?
What are
yeah.
extremes?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Well, that becomes physical cheating.
Or
at that
like or like continuous emotional flirting, like for a while, rather than like one flirtatious thing said to somebody on like a random day and then never again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
point. Okay, yeah, I can
Bump
see.
into someone at the coffee shop. Oh, sorry, cutie. Like what?
That's not really flirting though. That's kind of like you're passing time.
But some people like will consider it flirting. Like
It's
they're
a
crazy.
compliment.
They're insecure.
Yeah.
But
compliment.
there you go. Yes, sir.
yeah, like obviously, like if it's like a passerby, like
Yeah.
it's not big. But if they're, I guess what your question originally posed is like, what would you do if they're continuously flirting, right?
Yeah, then that's cheating, I'd say.
Or just in general.
No, I think continuously flirting.
Okay, then that's a problem.
Okay.
I was
Yeah.
about to say. I was like,
But I don't think I don't think flirting is. We can move after this because I don't want to spend too much time on this. But like, flirting, I don't think flirting is just like a compliment, like what you said, like oh you bump into somebody, hey like you're
Right,
hot, whatever.
like over and
That's not
over.
flirting. I think
Yeah,
that's just
yeah,
a compliment, whatever.
Okay.
But flirting is just like when you're doing
Got
it
it.
over and over again.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, next question, bro, because we spent a lot of time on that one. So let's say you're dating a girl, Zohab, okay, and you're having a good time with her, right? Like she's a good person, you're attracted to her,
yeah.
right? But your friends don't like her, like your homies. Like let's say me and Todd do not like her, and we're telling
I
you.
don't even like this situation because I feel like this is gonna happen one day, and I'm gonna want to like spend time with them.
Yeah. So what would you do? Do you think that the relationship would work out if your friends don't like the girl?
All right. So I just want to preface this by saying I've been in the situation time and time again.
Okay.
I just think I have a very like my relationship side of life does not correlate with my friendship side of life. But long story short, I do not think it will last. Like because my friends are obviously if I have a significant other, I'm gonna give them all my time and attention. But my friends are a big part of my life, and I guess the original question comes down to how long have we been together before my friends state that they don't like her.
Okay, that's a good question. What do you think, Tatiana? What do you think is a good like time frame?
Well, I feel like most people, if they're like your true friend and they're not holding shit back, like after meeting the girl, they'll give it like maybe a few other couple times until they really get to know her to see if maybe it was just like the first impression was off, something was wrong, she was having a bad day, you never know. And then like maybe a month later, they'll be like, yo, I don't fuck with her. Like something's not sitting right. I don't think people wait like 6 months to a year and go, hey, we've been trying to talk to you about this, but we don't approve of her. Like no one's gonna do that. It's not gonna be like a confession kind of situations. I think they just like they're straight up with it, aren't they not? Like a little bit, like a month.
Yeah. So I think like a month.
Yeah.
Like let's say it's a month.
Yeah.
Months?
And you really like you fuck with this girl, like you guys vibe and stuff like that. But after a month of you guys talking, or would you say talking stage or dating stage?
Dating.
Okay. So
Okay, talking stage is dating.
Whatever. That.
Oh, as in, like, exclusive,
getting to know
sorry.
each other. Yeah.
Oh, exclusive stage. Okay.
Okay, so a month into talking stage, getting to know each other, whatever, we tell you, hey, we don't really fuck with your girl because of X, Y reasons.
Okay, I don't think that would be like the main reason it doesn't work out, but I think it will be
It's a factor.
huge detrimental to the rest of the relationship because now every time I go hang out or whatever we're doing, it's gonna be in the back of my mind like my friends don't like her. So whenever there's a friend work like thing, you're obviously gonna be thinking about like when can I like at what events can I take her to and what events can I not take her to and like who can be around her and who can't be around her. So yeah, like I don't think if my friends don't like that person, usually my friends have good judgment of character. I don't think it would be lasting too long.
Okay, all right.
My
I respect
Not you.
opinion. Oh, okay. Okay.
She thinks flirting is not
Shots
cheating.
fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
No, we agreed in the end.
No, yeah, I think I forgot my question, to be honest with you. What did I even ask you?
You asked if
Your
my friends don't
friends.
like her, would I still stay with her?
Okay, yeah, no, I agree. I just, yeah, I forgot
Are you on
the
the same
question.
page?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if my friends came up to me and said that they don't like the girl, I think
It'd be annoying.
It'd be a problem, you
Yeah.
know, because
Who would it
I'm
be
always
a problem with, the girl or the boys?
Wait, what was your question?
Like, who would it be a problem? Like, he said it's going to be a problem if they said they don't like her, and he really vibes with this girl. Who is it going to be the problem originally with? The boys? Like, oh, no, y'all are messed up? Or is it going to be with the girl?
Man, it could go either way, bro. Because the situation that I gave you was you're vibing with the girl and you really fuck with her, right? And so obviously you want yourself to be like happy, you know, and be like, I want to be with this girl. But if the homies are always saying like this girl's not the one for you, whatever, then I'm gonna be
It's gonna, like,
in conflict with
brainwash,
myself.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I agree with you. The homies have a good sense of character. Then they'll know because I'm gonna be like blinded almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I really like a girl, like I'll forget some stuff.
Same. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if
Hey, we overlook red flags if we really like you. All right.
that's true, exactly.
That ass is fat enough. Red flags become green.
Suddenly I'm colorblind.
Oh
bro.
my god!
All of a sudden it's just green everywhere.
Oh, you guys are annoying.
But yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is just if I'll be in conflict with myself, but I think at the end of the day, I will choose the homies over the girl, especially when it's that early in the conversation.
Hoes before. No,
Yikes!
bros
Turned it
before
over.
hoes.
Turned it over.
Sorry.
Turned it over.
And
No,
then
but-
she wasn't my hoe no mo.
No, but yeah, I think I'd have a huge conflict with myself. But at the end of the day, when the dust is settled, the homies.
I genuinely don't think the homies would also be like, "Oh, she's a bad one." Like they'll tell you one time, and after that they'll be like, "As long as you're happy."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree with you.
If they have such good
But
character,
let me tell you,
then-
if your man out there has his boys telling him, "As long as you're happy," that is a bad sign.
Bad sign.
They don't approve of you. They don't like you. They're just saying, "Hey."
it's very passive. Like, yeah, man. Honestly, as long as you're happy,
That's so passive aggressive.
yeah.
Like people,
Honestly,
Hey,
that's
man,
what
I'm
we
happy for
think.
you.
But as long as you're happy, we're
happy
support
for
it.
you.
Yeah, we're happy for you.
Exactly.
Wish you the best of luck with her. That's literally yeah, it's very passive aggressive.
I used to think that was a good thing because like I remember the homies would be like,
Oh, they support
"Oh,
me.
yeah." I was as long as I'm happy, they want my happiness.
Thanks,
But
guys.
No, that wasn't it.
Whatever.
So basically, when anybody ever says that to you, they're not being honest.
No.
That's what we just said.
There
That's the
should
moral.
Well, there should be a light bulb going off in your head saying like, okay,
That's
something's
literally what happens with careers, though. They're like, honey, honestly, as long as you're happy, we're happy for you. If that's what you want to do, go for it. Like, it really is like, we don't approve, but
If you want to be a psychology major, like go ahead.
oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
oh my god, shit.
God damn, bro. What do you think, Tatiana? You never answered the question. I was
What?
going to move on. The relationship thing. What if your
I
girlfriend?
think it hinders something. It definitely will like bother me, but I don't know if I would need like a little bit more reasons to completely break it off, especially like if I'm really into this guy.
Okay.
Like, okay, I'll be like, number one, my friends don't like him. Number two, like I would need like maybe 3 or 4 cons before I go, okay, that's it. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, so-and-so doesn't like them, so
Okay,
sorry,
no,
we're not gonna work.
I
You know what
can
I
see
mean?
that. Okay, I can see
But
that.
yeah, it would definitely be like a factor.
This might be the same question, but I'm gonna repose it. Like, what if you had like a significant other,
Yeah.
and like no one ever has said or mentioned to you that they don't like your significant other, and they always invite them to like parties, functions, and everything, but it's obvious to you when you're alone with them, like they don't respect your significant other. What would you guys like? Where would your
When you're alone with who?
like your friend, like the one that you're like homies with?
Okay.
They're the ones telling you they don't say it, but it's obvious and clear that they don't respect your significant other. At that point, like, what is your feelings?
Respect them how?
Like, they don't respect them as your significant other.
Okay.
Like, they don't.
So they like cross lines with you?
No, not like cheating wise, but they're just more so like when they talk about them or about you or whatever.
Oh, they think badly?
separate you from them, or like.
Oh.
Do you get what my maybe I'm just
Kinda.
kind of out?
No.
here.
I know what you're saying. I think it's like the only difference is that you're not the homies are not explicitly saying it, but you can kind of tell.
You can kind of
Yeah.
tell from the vibe.
You can tell them the vibe. They don't really want them there, but like they're not saying anything. And when they are there, they're gonna
The
suck
vibes
it
will be
up.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
That one's a little harder. That one's a little harder, to be honest with you.
Because then you don't want to be like the person assuming like, yo, do you guys not fuck with her or something? Like, what's going on? And
Yeah,
then-
at that point, it's a problem of like communication, to be honest with you. Because
Yeah.
if you are the true homie, you will tell me. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
like, I feel like you wouldn't, because at that point you're being passive aggressive as a friend. Like if you're the friend of a person that is dating somebody that you don't like,
Yeah.
then and you're not telling the person like that you're homies with, then I feel like you're a bad friend. Maybe that's what I
Yeah,
would
I see
say.
that. I
That's
see
what I
that.
would say. I feel like you should definitely communicate, especially because
But are you?
you're the friend.
But then some people go, "Oh my God, you're such a bad friend. Like that's fucked up. Why do you not like him? Like you don't support me?" And then they can the girls will totally flip it around and make themselves victims. But
Yeah.
That's hard. I feel like it's different for
sorry,
guys. I feel
girls,
like,
you
yeah.
know how we are. I didn't mean to
For-
completely.
For guys, it's like go ahead.
I feel like we're more honest with each other.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll tell you straight up if I don't.
No,
like.
guys are definitely more honest.
I don't-
Girls
yeah.
are like bratty about it.
I don't know how girls are about it, but
We're
definitely I will like say it straight to your
we
face.
tell other girls before we tell the main girl first. Like, do you
Wow.
not like you don't like him too either, huh? Like, and like that happens, and then we go, "Hey, babe, so I don't know about him."
Oh, okay.
He seems
Like we
toxic.
almost need to like affirm our like opinion with the other ones. Like we're literally like, right? It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay.
So what you're saying is girls are never like 100% confident with their decisions.
I mean, some could be. I'm just talking for what I've noticed.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy how different it is.
We handle everything so different from you guys.
That's why I like boys. We just fight it off. Like if I have a
Yeah, I
problem
like
with you, I'm
boys
gonna
too.
swing. You know,
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
I don't have any problems with you, but if I did,
Yeah.
and I hope you did the same thing with me.
Yeah. I feel like people would just fight and then next day it'd be.
I'll
like,
be straight up.
Chill. All right.
I'll be straight up with you guys
Thanks. You're one of the
if
homies.
I haven't already.
You're one of the homies.
No.
She's one of the
Yeah.
homies.
You're one of the
No,
homies.
I don't think I'll ever be one of the homies.
No.
Let's be honest.
Why are you? Why? Why do you say
No,
that?
I just like don't like it when girls do that.
What do you
I
mean?
really don't like when girls like really put themselves with the guys all the time. And they go, I'm like one of the homies. Like, no, girl.
You just said-
That's
just-
a question in itself, right there.
You just said earlier that you have a lot of guy friends. So
I
feel
do,
like-
but I do not consider myself one of the homies. Like, I will never say that out loud because
So you're just a
like
girl best friend for all of them.
I'm just like a girl best friend. I will never go like, yo, you want to go hang out with the homies and then go plus tot. Like, no, I'm not one of the homies.
Okay, question.
Yeah.
You guys don't treat me like you guys treat each other. It's not the same.
Well, obviously there's like differences, but I don't know.
I mean,
Like, let's not forget that I'm a girl and like you guys are guys and you don't look at me the same way. So, and I'm not hurt by it. It's just like plain and simple.
you know how much love I show to the boys?
Yeah.
Like that flipped with you is how much hate I show towards you.
Yeah,
You know?
seriously,
Like, how much
it
I
really
roast
is
you,
like that. Remember, as like when you were a kid, like your parents or your grandparents would be like, "If the boy is being mean to you, that means he likes you." Like it was like that kind of a thing.
Okay, but I don't like you. I'm just saying.
No, I'm
like-
just saying like that's how that's how guys show their like love or whatever.
Yeah. But
Love, quote unquote.
because like with the boys, they all know like I'm extremely.
I was
sus.
afraid going into this episode because of that reason. Like I feel like you guys just both like gang up on me, but now you're saying that's your form of like appreciation for me.
Yeah,
So now going forward, I'll think about it like that.
That's how we bond.
Yeah.
how we bond.
Cool.
how we
Toxic.
Can't
Okay.
show you the same way I love them. You know, it's like
Yeah. No. Different love language. I get it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
We all got to be special.
Okay. This one's a little crazy one. Okay. Are you ready? Do you think it's fucked up if one of your homies or your girlfriends dates your ex?
I'm gonna let you handle that one first. I have a great answer for this, but go ahead.
Okay.
No, I want to hear your great answer. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, he passed the baton first. You can't do that. You can't do a Uno reverse card.
Can you just one more time repeat the question? One
Do
more
you
time.
think? Okay, I'm gonna frame it for you. Do you think it's fucked up if one of your girlfriends dates your ex?
I think it's gonna be different point of view, maybe from like a guy to a girl.
Sure, that's
definitely. But girls will be a little bit more salty and like we'll kind of have that mentality towards it rather than if this is like who she's meant for, I wish them the best. I hope it works out. Girls like at first will be like, what the fuck did she just do? Are you kidding me? Like they just crossed the line. You're really gonna go from an ex, and then it's gonna create the biggest freaking fight. So initially, I don't think we're fond of it. I don't think we agree with it. I don't think we support it. Over time, if they really were meant for each other, I'd be like, okay, well, maybe I was wrong, but. Yeah, I think initially it's fucked up.
So initially it's fucked up, but if it
For
ends
most
up-
girls, I think we're all
But like,
jaw dropped.
no, but
you
like,
could
this is
do
not
that.
just like a friend, right? Like, let's say, let's tone it up a little bit. It's like your best friend.
Okay.
Like, would that relationship be tarnished?
I don't think the vibes would be the same anymore. Like I wouldn't look. Our friendship would be like a little bit like tense and like a little bit awkward here and there, only because it's like you're dating my ex-boyfriend. Like it's just weird a little bit. You know what I mean? It's weird. That's a good word. It's literally weird.
Okay. What do you think, man?
And I
What's
can't
your
talk to
answer?
her about certain things anymore because you're with him now.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
It'll be even weird. Like, I'll answer in a minute, but it would be even more weird if like you had talked shit about this guy
Yeah.
and now she's dating him.
Like,
And,
bitch, were
like-
you not agreeing with everything that I was saying
Yeah,
about him? You
exactly.
obviously didn't learn. Yeah.
But yeah,
Gotta take
so
your own medicine.
For me, it's always like the boys know this, and I'm gonna explain it to you guys. I've never been like the type to what's a good word for this? Like be possessive on my exes. Like yeah, I obviously if I had like strong love for them, I'm gonna continue having strong love for them. But if one of the boys like one of my exes, as long as it's not a like someone I spent a lot of time with and like someone that knows me to the fullest to degree, I won't have a problem with it, and I would actually help them get with her, and I would help them like, hey, like this is what she likes, this is what she not likes, and like try to make sure that their relationship is the most stable. So like that he's able to like, you know, get the things that she likes and stuff, and like
That's a man.
but I don't mind if my friends date my exes or even do whatever with my exes. It's just
Okay, so let's take it up a notch. What if it's your ex-wife?
my ex-wife. See, I'm planning on not having one.
But let's just say
so-
we're in our adult years and shit went down, and it's your ex-wife, and somebody wants to go after her.
And my best friend like goes after her.
Yeah,
That's a tough question.
That's
Honestly.
tough.
It's like one of those questions where you don't know the answer until you're put in that position.
I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that's true.
And
It's a little
like,
loaded.
Did you have kids with that woman? Did you not
Let's
have
say no.
kids? Like no. So how many years were you guys together?
You're
Us?
married. Fuck. Oh no. 5.
5 years. If after 2 years, I won't have a problem with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think give myself 2 years to cool off, and then
Yeah. All right. That's fair.
as long as she didn't
Honest.
take like half everything.
As long as that thing was not in the
Because
beginning.
I don't know, like I don't have a problem if she takes it. It's just I don't want my best friend having like everything that I
My
used
shit.
to own.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So
Like
you're
that's my fucking couch, bitch.
Like he pulls up in my like I have to go to my old house. You
yeah,
know, like, what
that's
I'm
weird.
saying?
That's weird.
So you're possessive over your things, but not the girl.
I've always been someone that's more into success than I am into
Okay,
work,
for
so
real,
it's
for
like-
real. I respect that. So in your original answer, you said that as long as they're not somebody that you hang, like your homie that's dating your ex, as long as they're not somebody that you're hanging out with. So would your answer change if it was your best guy friend? Kind of like the same thing that you asked for Tatiana.
That's what I said. It was like I said as long as it's not the girl that I spent most of my time with.
Oh, it's the girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
sorry, I
Like,
misinterpreted.
the guy I don't have a problem with. Like it could be literally any of my guy friends, and they could try. And if they come up to me and ask me for advice, I'd give it to them happily.
Okay. And Tatiana, would your answer change if the girl came up to you first and was like,
Yeah,
like,
I think so. If they were like honest about it at first,
yeah,
and they actually showed me that they might be meant for each other, and this might actually be a successful relationship, then I might just put my pettiness aside.
okay. There's
But-
a lot of factors
Yeah,
in this question.
that's
to
the
be
word I
honest.
was looking for. Petty.
But I also have a great group of friends where I don't think they would ever do that. I would never
No.
be in a position for them to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna snake you and take your ex."
No, of
So,
course,
yeah.
but like I think it's just a little bit different with girls. Like we just always have that pettiness about us. So like initially it's there. But like once we know we need to put that shit aside, like we will.
I guess what I was saying was like, if I don't have boys that would go for my ex.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I agree, bro. I would never.
yeah. Like if all my like homies that do have girls, I don't talk to them. But if they're not my homie, like I don't talk to them
I would
still.
never either.
But yeah,
Okay, we're gonna go for a last question. Okay.
I have a question for you before you go to the last
Go
question.
for it. Go for it. Go for it.
Guy best friends.
Wait, what about it?
Like, what do I think about guy best friends
Yes.
for a girl?
Yes, like your girl.
For my girl,
Whoa. Hold up. Why are you asking this?
I don't trust guy best friends.
you know, fuck, that's not a question, bro. You know,
Yeah, but you're not supposed to trust the guy best friend. You're supposed to trust your girl.
But
That's the difference.
if I recall earlier, you said guys have their urges, right? Like guys. Are
They
gonna
do.
what
They do. But the
right?
girl has self-control. Unless it's like taken to like dangerous extremes. But like
I'm sure she does, but it's like
she can handle
there's
the
always like
situation.
a saying that's like there's 3 people in a room. It's like a guy, a girl, and Satan. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
don't
it's like-
know the saying.
keep going.
Yeah, I don't know the
like-
saying.
I've
like-
never seen that.
It's actually it's a saying like I'm Afghan, so they always say that, and it's like maybe like a Muslim slang, but I'm not sure. But it's always like there's a guy, there's a girl, there's a Satan there. So it's like no matter how much strong faith you have in not doing what you're gonna do, there's somebody there telling you like it's fine. It's like nobody's gonna know. It's like one time.
So it's like a Muslim saying in your language.
I think it's in all languages, but I think it's just a Muslim saying.
Okay, I was
It's-
gonna ask you.
it's
To,
Muslim.
I was gonna ask you to say it. The girls will love that, bro. But okay, well,
Oh, like in his language? Say it in his language?
yeah.
Do you know it?
Let me think about it. It's like no, I don't.
We'll cut this part.
That's okay. But okay, so to answer your question, you know, I think I'm confident. I'm confident.
Oh, full circle moment.
If she has a guy best friend, I'm fine with it. You know, as
Thank
long
you.
as there's no reasons to like,
Thank you.
what do you call it? Obviously, there's exceptions
To think otherwise.
Yeah, to think otherwise.
Yeah.
If there's like something, because at that point, fuck, it's a hard question to answer, bro. at the end of the day, I think if she wants a guy best friend, like, what am I gonna tell her? You know, like,
No.
don't hang out with that guy.
Okay,
I'd
but
be like,
I don't want to choose her
Fuck
friends
you.
for her. I feel like that's a rude thing.
okay,
to do.
but like, let's say she didn't have a guy best friend before you started dating her.
oh, okay. So it's
oh,
in like,
see, okay, thank you, because I was like, wait, we've been friends. I was like, are you trying to say something?
No, like, because I read something on Reddit today where it's like this guy's girlfriend just went to Florida for a wedding, and now she has like this guy best friend, and they always hang
Went
out.
to Florida,
Yeah,
and then
that's-
now she has a guy best friend.
That
because they
doesn't-
met in Florida, at a
Florida?
wedding,
that
but
doesn't work.
this was like on a wedding, but like on like Reddit. Sorry, not wedding.
Gonna go hang out with Brad.
But what would you say?
Okay, well,
That changes the game. That,
That
changes the question.
game
I agree.
completely.
But
Yeah, that
But
changes
how
the
would you
game
handle
completely.
it?
How would I handle it?
Like, would you completely be like, would you ask them questions? How you met? Who is this person? Why are you guys hanging out?
I would definitely ask questions. I'm not gonna go out and say like, don't hang out with him just because like I'm
That
dating
shows
you.
insecurity.
That shows insecurity.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to be confident about it. You know, fuck, man. How would I handle it?
Alan from Florida.
Fucker, dude. No, but how would you?
damn it, Alan,
How would you handle a situation? Well, that would be
housebreaker,
That would be hard.
homewrecker.
In that situation, where if I'm dating her and then she gets a guy best friend, then I would be suspicious. But in the original one, I'd let it fly.
But, like-
I'm okay with that. Don't worry about it.
Because it's like if I'm like Drake and I, and then I just all of a sudden have like a guy best friend, I don't find that suspicious. And like, unless it's like, oh, how do we become friends from school? Like, oh, he's in my class. Like, that's not suspicious if it's like completely innocent.
You guys
How is that
happened after Drake,
suspicious?
right?
Yeah.
I guess.
That's not, and now we have a podcast together. Is it like, are we doing something wrong? No. We're just friends. So I really just think it depends on where you met, why you became friends, like how did this, like the origin story of your friendship really depends. Because if you guys met at like a bar, started off flirtatious, every single time you guys hang out, you're going to go back to that moment. There's going to be like a flirtatious tendency going on between you guys.
Then what's the scenario with your question, Zoheb, where
Do you agree?
I agree with you, I think, yeah. I think
I agree.
it does depend on how it starts.
Yeah.
Context is everything, but
Yeah, so what do you have a scenario for that where it's like, oh, you good? Yeah. You banged your knee on the desk. Jeez.
Sorry.
So what's your scenario where it's like my girlfriend has a guy best friend, but like after we started the relationship, like how did they meet? Was it like an innocent kind of thing, or was it like at a party?
okay. So I'm gonna say just the way the Reddit question was posed. But so you go, like, let's say you guys are married or you're dating for a long time, and she gets invited to a wedding or he gets invited to a wedding that you weren't invited to for some reason.
Okay.
And while you were
What?
there,
Why was I invited?
for whatever reason, right? Or you didn't get to go or whatever, something happened.
Sure.
But they spent
Staff
the weekend
meeting. Okay.
there, and they came back and they're texting this guy all of a sudden, or texting this girl all of a sudden, and it's like they're just texting all the time, like, "Oh, who's this?" or "This is Alan from Florida," you know.
Well,
And then Alan from Florida comes to California and is like, "Hey, I'm hanging out with Alan from Florida because he's in California for the weekend, and I want to hang out with him." While you guys had plans to do something else that weekend, and she's like, "Hey, can I not do something this weekend and let me go hang out with
you
Alan?"
gotta put another guy or girl first before you.
Okay, yeah, then there's a problem. I feel like that look, I feel like the only situation where I would be okay with it if it was me and my girlfriend had a guy best friend is if the first question I'm asking, is he gay? If he's gay,
No,
all right,
honestly, that's
go
valid.
for it.
That's
Go
valid.
for it. If he's gay, that's cool.
That's
Whatever.
valid because I love my gay best friend. Like
Exactly. So I feel like that's the only situation.
babies, you come first.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my answer.
And
feel that.
and like people go to weddings single, like their goal is to meet somebody at a wedding.
I guess because like
You
wedding
know what I mean?
vibe,
It's like a thing.
It creates
It's
a trend.
thing.
Yeah.
So
So hey, we're at a wedding. We might as well
a
get
wedding
married.
in Florida, coming to California, gonna go spend the weekend. Not gonna be with my boyfriend. Just like ding, 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 red flag all over the place.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right.
See?
Well,
Let's get to your last question. Let's see.
let's get
See
the
what we got
last
in
question.
store.
Well,
Drum roll, please.
do you guys believe in astrology or crystals?
I need to take a breather for this one.
Let's tackle the first question first.
Can
Do you
we
guys
can we
believe
get
in
into like
astrology?
Zap, go first.
Okay.
Man, Monty.
I don't believe in astrology personally. I think is a whole lot of like, you know, like when someone says a sentence like, "You must, but you may not must." Like, you know, it's like it just fits with everything.
What?
Like, you know, just
Like
like a
in
very,
the horoscope.
yeah, like it's a very fitting thing. I feel like some
Yeah.
horoscopes are like that, but then
It's like broad.
yeah, it's like it's very
Yeah.
broad where it's like, oh, I could be that person, or oh, this was me the other day.
It's
like
meant for me.
you think of very specific moments in your life, or like, oh, this because of this, what it says here.
Yeah.
Is how
It's like
I
a
am.
fortune cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, I don't believe in horoscopes because of that. But there are, like, the one thing I have noticed is a majority of my friends come from the same, like, horoscope.
As in,
Like,
they
you're
have-
seeing like a coincidental pattern.
Yeah, like a coincidental pattern when
Coincidental.
everyone I don't mess with is, like, from a certain, like, one, and then everyone I do is, like, a certain
Yeah.
one. And it's like, a lot of my friends are
It's
fire
a thing.
signs.
It's
and,
a
like,
thing. Who you're compatible with, who you're not. It's a thing. Okay,
She's clearly
sorry.
into it.
wait. Let me clear.
Clearly,
let me clarify.
somebody believes in it.
So I
over
know, I know this doesn't really quite relate, but like I consider myself religiously to be agnostic. So that means like I believe there's something out there that's a higher power. I just don't claim to know what it is. So it could be it could be Ra, it could be Allah, it could be Jesus. Like it doesn't matter who the hell it could be. I just believe there's something out there. So kind of, I'm almost like putting that mentality towards this astrology thing because it's like it doesn't make any damn sense for me to believe it. Like, why is this a thing? I don't get it. I almost like 80% don't believe. I want to believe it's not real, but there's so many like accurate things about it. Like, why is it so accurate?
But accurate is
Who
in, like,
came up with this?
accurate is in there's like so that you.
But
can
it's like
think
no,
it's
but there's
accurate.
like some specific shit that's like very accurate about like personality traits and like who you're compatible with. Like he just said, like he's noticing patterns and stuff. Like especially personality traits, it's like spot on. Yes, there's like some people where it's like, it says I'm a Gemini, but I'm nothing like the stereotypical Gemini. Like it's a thing. There's people out there that don't follow along their stereotypical thing, but for the most part, it's pretty fucking accurate, and I'm kind of like sus by it.
You know who I hate the most? Like, out of that group of people that do, like, fully indulge and believe in it? There's two types of people. The first one is like, oh, when were you born? So I can see if we're compatible.
Oh, like initially in the in
it's
the
like-
friendship, like wait, before we become friends, what are you?
And usually it's funny because, like, they do that to be, like, in the safe and the clear, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to date this person if they're an Aries. That's one thing I get a lot because I'm an Aries. But it's like, no matter how bad the horoscope comes back, I've never had the girl say, oh, I'm not going to date you. Like, she still talks to me. And then, like, when everything goes bad, she's like,
She
I knew it
blames
from
that on-
yeah,
she
it's like,
blames it
I
on
knew
it.
it from the beginning. I was like, okay, if you knew it from the beginning, then why did you continue
Yeah,
with this?
yeah.
But that's one thing I hate. And then the second thing, I remember I went on this, like, journey. I'm going to call it a journey. It wasn't even a date. It was a journey. It was, like, a whole date and everything. And so before we started talking, she asked for my chart, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know what my chart was. I didn't know there's more than one.
She was really into it.
the natal chart. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know what it's called. It's like your moon is like in this, and
Oh,
your
your
sun
sun,
is in this,
your
and
Mars.
like your
So-
like.
Is
Yeah.
that the one where you have to know the time of your birth?
Your time and
to know?
location.
Yeah.
Time and
Okay,
location.
all right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Time and location,
Very
got you.
specific. Yeah.
And like we first started talking, she asked all these questions, right? And I'm like, "Are you like the FBI? Am I in trouble? Like, what's going on here? Like, why are you playing 21 questions off the bat?" And she asked for my birthday. I was like, "I'm an Aries. If you're trying to find out, like, I'm not gonna tell you my birthday." But we continued. We actually started hanging out, so she knows my full chart at this point. And we're just like everything I say, everything I do, any action. She's like, "Oh, that's because you're a Virgo and like I don't know Pluto, or that's because you're like a Capricorn and like this, or that's because you're this." I'm like, dude, you can't like,
Okay.
put me in every subject.
Yeah.
So those are two type of people I hate: the people that like want to check you before they start talking to you, and then they still talk to you even though it says you're an Aries and they don't like Aries.
Okay.
And then there's a second type where it's like, okay, you're an asshole because you're an Aries, you're a Capricorn, you're this, you're that, and that's because your chart says that. And the soft part of you,
Just
the
judging
soft,
a book by its cover kind
yeah,
of situation.
it's like they label everything with the different signs that you
Yeah.
have in your chart.
Okay. Yeah. No, I
Well,
agree with
since
you.
we're on this topic, actually, what's your sign?
What's my sign?
Yeah.
I'm a Sagittarius.
And then Zeb, you said you're an Aries.
Yeah.
I'm a Cancer, so I don't know who's compatible with who in this situation, but
I get along with Sagittarius like all the time because they're fire
Really?
signs. Like all fire signs,
Okay.
are just like I click immediately.
Hmm.
But that's the one coincidence I have is like everyone I mess with the most and everyone I see that like I admire, they're always fire signs.
oh, that's funny.
It's
Okay,
like,
cool.
I admire you. Don't worry.
What is Cancer? Is that
I'm a
fire?
water sign.
Oh, it's a water
It's a
sign?
crab.
Oh, well,
It's a
I'm a
crab.
fucking centaur. Why is it fire?
Wait, maybe
Right?
I see. I don't really know.
I don't know
a
if they
lot
are
about
fire,
it.
but
I
I
don't
think
think
they're
maybe
fire.
it's not based off of
No,
like what it actually is.
I think Sagittarius is fire. Yeah, I know that.
But I know I'm like part of the water family.
The water family. It's funny how you say that.
I think I'm like I'm fire and water. Like
Not
Well, that
to
depends
get
on your
into
natal
it.
chart, bro.
Not
that's
to
when
get
you
into it,
yeah.
but my rising and my moon, both Aries. That means I portray myself as an Aries and people see me as an Aries.
So maybe that's why I get
That's
along
why
with
we
you.
get along.
Makes sense, guys. See, this is the coincidence that happened in the world.
Coincidence, besties. Okay, what was your second question? The second part?
What do you think
Part
of
two?
crystals? Because that's like a new thing. I feel like astrology has been like
It's not a crystal, but we're just gonna. That's what I think about them.
it's been around. Well, astrology has been around for a very long time, but crystals I feel like are a new thing because I've only heard of it like recently.
They're the dumbest thing to come to invention I've ever seen in my entire life.
What was your first encounter with a crystal?
I think you.
Me.
I think you told me about them because you were talking about other people about them.
Okay, it's good you cleared that up because I was about to tell you to explain this.
The first time I ever saw a crystal was his car. I'm just gonna say that. The first time I ever saw a crystal in my entire life.
I think it's still in his car.
You maybe you planted it.
I put a rose quartz in his car.
What's your first encounter with a crystal, Tatiana?
Well,
I feel like we all have our stories with our first like.
I can't
What the fuck
remember
is that?
just because I've been around it from other people for like a while and often. But I think I was like taken to a crystal store and was told to like read the little things that are on top of it and like see what it does for you. And I was told to like find one that I like and buy one. And I was like looking around like these are all fucking rocks. I was like, what is this supposed to do? And immediately, as soon as I started talking to the girl behind the desk and she was telling me like how to take care of them and like how to manifest and get what I want, she was like, yeah, just like rub them and then like when and like put them out and let them charge in the sunlight.
That's the
and when
dumbest.
the pink moon comes out and do this. And I was literally looking at her like, what? You can't be that serious. Like this is no. And I just really can't stand. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. It's gonna get real toxic. I'm gonna start there. A lot of my friends are crystal girls, so I'm gonna stop there.
When people say, like, the dumbest thing I ever heard about the crystal world or crystal fantasy that they make up is, I gotta go recharge my crystal.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That was the first. My first ever encounter was I was at work and my coworker. So I work at the pool, right, as a lifeguard, and my coworker, my female coworker was at break, right, and she was kind of like bathing in the sun, and you know that's something that lifeguards do. It's a normal thing, but she had these like rocks on her knees, and I was like, what are the rocks? What are the rocks for? And then she goes, oh, like these are my crystals. I'm charging them right now. And then that was my first ever experience with it. I didn't really know what was going on, but yeah, that was it.
It's like when they blame their happiness on the happy crystal. What is it called?
I don't fucking know.
I don't know. But there's like a happy crystal out there. And they're like, I'm not happy today because my crystal's out of charge, so I have to charge it up. It was like maybe just having a bad day.
Apparently,
Like,
there's this like one crystal. I can't remember the name of it, but like as soon as you get it into your life, it like changes everything, either for the worse or for the better.
Yeah.
So, and I was like at this store, and I'm listening to these like when I was there, these like two customers walk in, and they're like, "Hey, do you guys have like this crystal?" And they're like almost like whispering about it, like they can't even say the name out loud, like it's fucking Voldemort. Yeah. Oh.
Well,
But
I have a story about that crystal. See, I know the name.
what is it?
So here's the thing, right? So I was dating this girl, and she is one of these people.
Yeah.
Right. And
Toxic.
we were talking, right? And she was like, all of a sudden out of nowhere, right? She was like, I have moldavite.
Moldavite. That's
And
what
I was
it's-
like,
that's the
that
one.
sounds like a multivitamin.
yeah, that's what I was. No, I was like, what do you mean? Because like,
Disease?
I'm a medical student, so I was like, I thought she was sick. So I was like, are you
Is that
okay?
a form of STD?
So then I was like, yeah, what is that? Like, are you okay? And she's like,
Starts getting sweaty. What do you mean? You have moldavite?
do I have moldavite?
What?
Did you pass it on?
But yeah, that was also a thing. So it's moldavite.
Yeah,
Moldavite
so
is
these
the
girls
one.
walk in and they're like, do you guys have like moldavite? And then this one girl's like, oh my God, are you ready for it? Like you need to be prepared because as soon as you get it, when I got it, I quit my job. My boyfriend dumped me. This happened. It just like completely changes your life either for the worse or for the better, but it does what you're meant, like what's meant to happen to you. And I was like, or your boyfriend dumped you for this reason and you like it's just it just happens to be that bad things happen in a row, but that's not like it was gonna happen whether you got the fucking rock or not. You know what I mean?
I feel like you could give them a piece of paper and be like, this has a
They're
spell
just
in it,
looking for
and your
excuses.
life's going to change, and then they'll swear by it.
Yeah.
And then we could create like a whole new system of like paper feel.
Paper feel.
Like everyone's going to be like, you got to get this paper. It has a spell, and your life's going to change for the better or for the worse. Because like you could lose your job or you could get a job. It's like normal life shit. And they're like explaining it to the point where it's like, it's because of the paper.
Well, the piece of paper, tarot cards, same thing, right?
Is it tarot? Tarot? What
Tarot,
is it?
tarot. Whatever.
What are those?
It's like a thing.
Literally like fortunes.
I don't fucking you do a fortune pretty much.
Each
it's a deck of
symbol represents something that's going to happen to you in your life or not. And like I guess you almost got to like learn the symbols before you do it. It's like gambling, but like you're gambling with your fortune.
Or not preface. I just want to say that it's not that I don't believe in this stuff. I just don't believe it's available massively. I feel like there are some witches out there like who know like black magic and they can do it. But I don't think it's available. Just go get a crystal, you know. Or
I
just
won't
play
believe
with
it
cards.
until I see it. I'm not
Like-
gonna believe that shit until I see it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're talking about witches?
yeah, with,
Stop talking about
like
your
no,
exes,
not
bro.
witches, but like,
Stop talking about your exes, man.
all right, no, but I'm talking more like people that do like black magic. You know, like people who
Like fire comes out of their hands?
no, I don't know, bro.
What
It's
the
like
fuck are we talking about?
I don't fucking know.
I feel like there is like it. I would be dumb to assume that there's not like some sort of alien out there that knows black magic. You know, like
Yeah,
It's
okay,
like it's
sure.
kind of like
Agnostic, see? Like,
okay, but like yeah, exactly. I'm taking the same approach as like black magic and all this
Yeah.
stuff does exist. I just don't think it exists where you just like, oh, I have to go recharge it because the sun is gonna make this crystal
the way
make
they
me
use
happy.
it.
Yeah,
I mean, like, I'll give it to them. It's pretty. They're pretty. They're cute, especially when you turn it into jewelry or whatever. And it's like good knickknacks to have like on your floating shelf or whatever. But you can't rely on it for everything. Like you cannot. And like the same way that they do with like palm readers and like psychics and stuff. Not to like at anybody, but I don't know.
you know what's the
It's
funniest
just
thing?
sus.
The funniest thing about a crystal girl.
What?
Sorry, most of them are crystal girls. If there are boys out there, I apologize.
Yeah, fucker. What the hell, bro?
My bad, bro.
Monty's got a crystal in his car right now.
I'm
What the
kidding.
fuck?
I'm kidding.
I would.
What's funny?
Go on, go on.
I'll tell them the origin story, but that's your story to tell of how you got that in there. But where was I going? Okay, yeah, crystal girl. Every time I start talking to a girl, right, I always ask like, "Hey, are you a crystal girl?" Just to make sure to know what I'm getting myself into. It's not going to determine if I'm going to talk to them or not. That's like their looks, obviously, and their personality. But like, I just want to know if like I'm in for a toxic treat or if I'm like gonna have like, a nice stable relationship with
I
them.
don't think it's gonna be toxic.
That's
I
like-
think it's
that's
gonna
like-
be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting.
Okay, but like if somebody blames all the occurrences that happen on like a crystal or on your horoscope,
those are like
there's
the
definitely some toxicity in there.
extreme girls. Like I don't think I know anybody that
But-
blames everything on it.
Where I was going with this is usually every girl I ask is they never say yes to I'm a crystal girl or they never say yes I'm into crystals. They're always like, no, well, like I got like one or two, you know, like they're kind of cute. Like I kind of like them, you know. I like to look at them. I might get some more to like you know fill up my shelves, but it's not like I believe in them.
Because they know why you're asking. They know once you say yes, that's it.
Exactly, and that kind of makes them more toxic. Goes back to my original point.
That's like your version of, that's like a girl's version of asking a guy, what's your sign? Like you asking a girl if she's a crystal girl, I feel like that's your version.
Yeah,
kind of,
kinda.
kind of, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Except I actually like stick by my rules, kind of.
Okay, okay.
Like,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the crystals.
I'm fine with it. You could do whatever you want, but I don't know. Sometimes people at extremes, I feel like it's a bad
Extreme.
thing.
Nothing extreme is ever good. So
everything in moderation. Obviously, you can
Love you,
have
girls.
crystals,
Yeah,
but
just not Moldavite though. Be careful. It's a horrible STD, and we've seen
Yeah,
it at
you
the
don't wanna
hospital.
get
I
Moldavite.
interned at the hospital, and we've seen it multiple times. Many people,
This episode's actually sponsored by WebMD.
yeah.
it's actually sponsored by Habibi's Only.
Habibi's
Show them
Only.
the hat.
Shout
You know,
out
it's
to Habibis Only.
It's Haas and Mo. They're doing their thing. You know, they created a podcast as well. They
Go
have
check them out.
great content over there. Recently, there was they had 2 ex-inmates who converted to like Islam. So you guys should go check them out.
Check 'em
Habibi's
out.
Only.
Give them a subscription. Give them a like. Give them a comment. Follow their Instagram page.
Go get some
I'm not
merch.
on there, but
And you know, while we're talking about that, go like, subscribe, comment on this video.
Please.
And go like our
at toxic_hours Instagram, YouTube, you know, the whole bit. Show us some love. And comment all the things that we had questions about. Please.
and let us know if flirting is cheating or not.
And let us know what you think about Zeb. Yeah, main question.
Hey, thank you for coming on, bro.
Of course, thank you for having me.
Appreciate you,
Thank
bro.
you.